and welcome to the Free Cheese episode 228. I'm your Joe Dix, joined today by Matt Sellner.
Hello.
Marc Augustiniak.
Hey.
Ben Barris.
What's up?
The Free Cheese, the weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. How's everybody doing today?
This is the best I've ever felt in my life.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that.
Actually, it's not too bad. I really just feel like I just didn't sleep at all.
Did you sleep at all?
I did, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just kept waking up.
I slept. I woke up because Oswald wanted to go out and pee. That was at like 2:30, 3-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, come on, dude. And I fell back asleep. And then he woke me up again at 5:49 because he wanted to get up and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, dude.
Yeah, dogs don't really do the shit piss combo all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
I know,
it's
yeah.
It's separated.
I don't get it.
Like, you don't just, as a human, you don't just take a shit and be like, I gotta pee, but I'll hold it. You know?
Yeah.
No, it's like if you know you're gonna shit, you just sit
You might
down
as well.
to pee,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
Drain the pipes, you know?
But I've never seen a dog like hunch over and then like both ends just.
This is off to a great start.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked about it. Matt, how are you?
Feeling a little hungover.
Did you have fun at the holiday party you attended?
I did. It was very fancy.
I saw you quite the graffiti artist.
I am. I was they call them a BAMF, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
It's my girlfriend's holiday party. They had some like wall or something to sign, and I was like, I'm not gonna, I don't work there.
Mm-hmm.
But then light bulb, I gotta leave my mark. So gone to November. Victoria's like, what the fuck are you writing?
Is that what that? Okay, I didn't know it was a board. I thought you were writing on like a blank CD.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was a CD, yeah.
Until this
Remember-
morning, I didn't know he wrote Gone Till November. I thought he wrote Gore,
I
X,
saw
comma, Y. I thought you were doing some weird math
Can't
nerd
go wrong,
shit.
though. Can't go wrong with what you write, I guess, It was
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
mean, remember at this part the night I was probably 5 Jack and Cokes deep, so I was feeling pretty
my
good.
drink.
It's the Lemmy right there.
Yeah, so like if sober me, it would have been like, all right, I need a wide angle to establish the shot, and then zoom in on my name.
That's all that matters.
I got a hot pumpkin spice latte here
Mm-hmm. From the only place you
from
should
the
be
only place.
purchasing from.
Ben
7-Eleven.
got us
Yeah.
these 7-Eleven boys, which are the
Mhm.
best boys.
You know what's really fun? Going to 7-Eleven on a Saturday morning.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Especially
just,
the day after it snows,
oh my god.
where everything's just kind of like wet
It's like
and melting.
it doesn't melt or it doesn't dry up all the way because it's fucking snow and it just sits there. So when you get out of your car, it's just like
Everything's
the
like
Amazon
ashy.
River is
Yeah.
next to your car. It's so
Yes.
I hate it so much.
But then you go in and everyone's got shitty boots on and they're all like way over. Like it's not that cold out, but they're dressed like it's
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Antarctica.
Yeah. It's
like
ridiculous.
it's Stories Untold episode 3 or some shit.
I feel like that right now, cause like that coat, and then I have a hoodie, and I have a thermal, and then a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's why when I came here,
Ah.
I basically brought my wardrobe with me and
I'm also,
extra pairs
like-
of socks.
Thin as fuck, so I don't have body fat.
Yeah.
It's also cold in this basement.
Really? I think it's pretty warm.
Right now we're good.
Yeah.
But like if you walk
Don't worry,
from
we'll get heated later.
Oh yeah. If you walk from upstairs to downstairs, yeah, there's a
Okay.
noticeable difference
I know
for
what you mean.
sure.
I know what you mean. Bad news about the N-Gage, guys. Bad news.
Uh-oh.
No.
I think he has T-Mobile. They're not going to support 2G in a couple months. My homeboy was real upset.
Naturally.
Jeez.
Oh, now it's just a gaming system. It's not even a phone anymore.
Yeah, but he uses it as a phone. Because remember in the
Right.
video, at
Yeah,
first, he's like, what do you
right,
want to
right.
do? Send me a text? I'm like,
Yeah.
no. Fucking fire up Tony Hawk, man.
So what is he gonna do?
He's like, I don't know what to do. And then my fucking, the drummer Wes, he's like, I don't know, buy a fucking smartphone? Like, and he's like, man, I don't fuck with that. And I was like, dude, they, like, some company, they still make, like, just flip phones, you know? And I was like, I guess you could,
like Cricket or
Get that,
something,
yeah.
or like a Virgin Mobile,
Mhm.
or are they all smartphones now?
No, like my dad still has a flip phone. And his he's better now, but like when he used to get mad at the phone and just throw it at the wall. He'd just walk into Walmart and buy another one for $15, one of the like prepaid drug dealer phones,
Like,
oh, yeah.
and just pop his SIM card in there.
That's all my parents fucked with because they would always lose it or break it. It's like,
See-
why am I buying an iPhone if I'm just going to lose it or break it?
Kyocera.
Yep.
You could break it and put it back together.
Yeah, these would like my dad's camera would stop working or it would just delete all of his contacts. So he would just walk into Walmart, $15 for a Go phone, take his SIM card out, pop it in. He was good.
Word.
I gave him an iPad a few years back, like my old iPad. I was like, learn, and then you buy iPhone, and then you be good. Be you know.
The future is now.
Right. 21st century a little bit. Didn't happen. But although, like, I know, like, the dumb things that happen sometimes with me, and I know what I'm doing, where, you know, just software bugs, and you're like, that thing would be in 1,000 fucking pieces. Like,
You know who's like my brother's like that?
Dean or
is.
Michael? Dean?
Oh my, good, because he's
Yeah.
still playing Bloodborne, and they
Oh,
sleep
no.
during the day because he and his girlfriend do night shift.
yeah.
So it'll be like 11:30 at night, and you just hear, "Fuck!" and like maybe like a stomp.
Yep.
I'm like, he's playing Bloodborne. All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
30 broken DualShock 4s. Shattered to
better,
pieces. Oh, man. Well, we got a day ahead of us. We're going to sit down and record some Game of the Year conversations. So this episode you're hearing right now, Monday, December
16th, 17th.
18th.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
I'm in the past.
That's today's date. In a week from today, you'll hear the first round of our Game of the Year discussions. So, yeah, and then kind of all Christmas week. So starting on the 25th, every day you'll get a new day of Game of the Year stuff. We won't have a regular show next week. Episode 229, we'll do that on before the New Year's out. And then once the New Year begins, that's the almighty prediction show.
Oh, God.
Which we're 2 episodes away from that, which I'm really excited.
So wait, you say that's before New Year's?
After. So before New Year's, we'll probably we'll have to figure out scheduling
Because
stuff.
MagFest is that weekend.
Oh, balls.
Yeah.
Maybe
4th.
it might just be a me and Matt. Well, wait. I don't know.
I mean, me and Mark
we'll
could
figure it
always
out.
just call in from MagFest drunk as fuck.
That's the way to do it.
Just do a dumb video.
No, we'll do
We'll figure that out.
yeah, we'll
I'll
figure it
work,
out.
Yeah.
But we've
We
got
ways.
229 will be a regular episode, but that'll be like the final one of 2017, and then 230 will be our first podcast of the new year, which will include our prediction results and then make new predictions, and that'll be a fun time. But until then, you can, up until I believe Christmas Eve, go vote on your choice. Yes, that's right. You, listener, reader of thefreecheese.com, you can go vote on your choice for Game of the Year at thefreecheese.com. There's a little poll. You can go there. You can vote once a day up until Christmas Eve. I'm gonna let you know a little secret on my end.
Yeah.
Security check for that, super light. So if you want to vote more than once a day, it might not block you.
So what? Is
It
there
definitely
a password?
didn't.
Yeah. Great.
Someone at this table
Is there a
voted twice.
password?
I only voted
You
once.
said there's a password?
No.
Oh.
No, but like I do have it set so that like if you're in there just spamming the same game, it should block you. But
Okay.
I voted once and I felt dirty about it.
Yeah, I thought we weren't allowed to vote because it's us, but
we're readers.
what if I just happened to get my mom's dog and put it on the key?
Then that
Ben,
counts.
I voted twice. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no big deal. Now, did you vote for the same game or did you do different games each time?
I don't know what mine is yet. So I did 2 different games.
All right, very good, very good. It's fun too, seeing the results kind of slowly
Mm-hmm.
sway one way or the other. Yeah, it's fun. But that's that. Today is today. Today, we're here to talk about some video games, what we've been playing. Later on, we'll do a little bit of news. It's going to be a short episode today, or so we assume. Who knows? we say that, and then,
3 hours later.
3 hours later.
At least it's fun,
Yeah, that's
I'm not
true.
here like, these guys shut the fuck up.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speak for yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes
That's
the
Matt.
mood.
Let's move in. We'll talk a little bit of what we've been playing in a segment that Mark likes to call Now Playing. Mark,
Did
what did
Mark
you...
make that up?
I think you did.
I did, but I wasn't sure if I intended that to be like
You got a
the
TM then.
final name.
Okay.
I think it was just a placeholder, and they were just like, "Yeah, it works.
That's
we'll
just
just go with
That's
it."
kind of how those things go.
Happy accident.
It'll eventually change.
What
or
if you have a
not.
not playing?
Oh,
Playing not.
Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
did not.
I did not.
Did not.
All right. So a lot of stuff came out on like the 12th.
When
Sorry,
was
I was drip.
It was like a lot of content for games.
Okay.
A couple new releases happened. Nothing like too big, I guess, but just like little stuff.
I did see the other day that like 38 games came out on Switch, and then like this week another 16 or
Stupid.
something.
Yeah.
Do you guys follow the YouTube Nintendo channel?
Yeah.
There are games that are coming out on the Switch that I had never heard of in my life.
Yep.
And then like I'll look it up on Steam, and it's been on Steam for like a year or so.
That's what happened with Goner.
Is that puzzle game?
Yeah.
No, it's the I don't know that one.
What was that
Goner-
side-scrolling? Like,
It was like a roguelike
yeah.
shooter platformer.
Here it is. I'll show you a picture of it. But yeah, what'd you get into? Sorry.
So
Oh yeah. I've seen that.
I did a little bit of Gang Beasts.
Yeah.
So that came out on PlayStation finally. It's officially out now. It's out of early access.
Yeah, it hit the 1.0 version, right?
Yeah. And that's pretty good. It came out I think it's originally 20, but it was like a sale going on.
It's like $15.99
So yeah,
or something.
it's about that.
So Gang Beasts for the uninitiated.
It is
I'm actually part of that. I have no clue what the fuck it is.
the best way I can describe it is like a physics-based like party fighter.
All right.
So like each shoulder button is arm to punch, and then your face buttons either is to like jump, headbutt, and kick, and like grab somebody to like lift both your arms up. So when you're punching, you tap it to punch, but if you hold it in, you grab something, and you're just basically just trying to throw each other off of like edges, and like you can knock them out and just do weird stuff. And you're basically it's like trying to control like a water balloon with arms. It's very silly.
Oh, is that why they look like sandbags or water balloons, rather?
Yeah, they just look like deformed people, just like like a I don't know how to describe it. It's like a basic like
If you melted a Barney costume and then dyed it different colors, that's what the people from Gang Beasts look like.
yeah, like it's just like a plain body, circle sphere head with eyes. That's it.
It's very simple. They look like Play-Doh people.
You got it on PS4, right?
Yeah, it just came out on
yeah.
consoles. Originally I was playing it on PC
Okay.
for the early access stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's fun. I only played a little bit because I didn't play with anybody. I was just like trying out whatever they had. Yeah, that's cool. Can't wait to play that more with friends. I think that'll be very exciting.
Yeah, we should do a video of that one, I think.
And from there, I won't get too much into it for the sake of Ben, but I did all the DLC for Resident Evil 7. But it's
that stuff.
it's really good.
I hope this isn't spoiling anything, but I read a headline the other day that said RE7's DLC trades in Spoogans for actions.
Yeah,
Would
because
you
there's a
agree?
certain someone that comes in.
Yes and no.
Like, was it a return to like the RE5 and 6, or was it still kind of the same 7 that you know and love?
Okay. So if we're gonna talk about them separately, because it's hard to do a blanket statement for both things. It's Not a Hero came out, which was supposed to be in March.
Right.
February.
Sorry, I forgot they did that.
Right, and that's like right after the end of the game is when that takes place.
Okay, so
Well, both of these take place post game.
But Not a Hero is continuing the story, kind of same character, or maybe, I don't know.
It's a different character.
Okay.
I'm not. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Got
not
it.
sure what you know, what
That's-
you don't know. So
Yes.
I'm trying to like be
Yep,
careful.
Yep. We know. Yeah.
Things can happen to people.
Yeah. So you're. I mean,
in-game.
I will say that you're a different character.
Okay.
For both of these, you're two different characters.
All right.
And they do tie into one another, so it's all one continuous thing. So it's still part of like the grander package. It's nice.
Yeah.
But the Not a Hero DLC, I would say, is more true to like the Resident Evil like 4 and 5-ish side of things. Yeah, there is some action, of course, because you're somebody who's well equipped, but that's Resident Evil. You know what I mean? Like any game where you're well equipped, that's just you feel a little more powerful.
Makes sense.
But you're still fighting creatures and stuff. It's not as unsettling as the main game because they're shorter things, but it's still good. But then the End of Zoe DLC, that is my favorite.
It's funny, 'cause when you texted us about that, I thought you were talking about Zone of the Enders for some reason.
Oh boy.
Oh man, I
Because I
wish.
saw ZOE.
Now
I
I'm
was
sad.
I was like, oh yeah, sorry.
No, but that one is more action than anything. But that is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I wish I could talk about it more. But that
Now,
one,
I have a question. When you said you played as two different characters,
yeah.
Is it like the old Resident Evil games when you would like
I'm
go
sorry.
to a certain part and then?
No, like Not a Hero is one character, and Zoe is another character.
I thought you meant
Yeah.
Not a Hero. It splits into two different.
No, that would be cool.
Yeah.
But no, it's like Not a Hero was like 2 to 3 hours,
Okay.
and I think the same might go for End of Zoe, something around that. But it's a good experience. It makes me wonder what direction the next game could go in terms of like.
So there's definitely going to be another one.
Like
based on.
I feel like they have to.
Yeah.
Because like not everything was.
I mean, do you feel like this game? Because last year, sorry, forgive my Game of the Year brain, but last year we did that category. Please don't suck.
Yeah.
We talked about RE7 simply for the fact that like it had so much potential to reset that franchise a bit. Do you feel like it's done that, or not
yeah.
reset in like a let's burn it all down and
No, I think it's evolved in a way where it still remembers where it came from, but it's doing something so different that I can appreciate it. Even though like if this wasn't a Resident Evil game, I would still enjoy it.
but it just happens to be in that universe and then make it that much better.
Yeah, and like it's nice to have those tie-ins with it. And it gives me hope for what the next game could be because they didn't know what to expect with this. So when you're playing, you're connected to like their website where they do all the like analyzing of data, like what people do and what works and what didn't.
Cool.
So they know what to do with the next game, basically.
I like that.
I do like that they're returning.
So if there's a game where you can be Leon with these type of controls and combat and stuff, I think that'd be pretty neat.
You're sold.
Yeah.
I was actually just talking to Faith about that last night, and I was like, I'm going to start Resident Evil 7, and she was just like, all right, because she bought it for my birthday specifically because she wanted to play it with me.
Oh, yeah.
She's not into games, but like she fucked with like Animal Crossing and Resident Evil, similar games. So because we played the house demo, and she fucking loved it, and I was like, all right, we got to get it. So she bought it for my birthday, and she's like, we got to play this together. I'm like, okay.
And mind you, I'm playing in VR on all of them.
I was gonna ask
yeah,
that.
that's-
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything I've been doing is in VR.
That's the way to do it.
And that, I love it.
Yeah.
It is my favorite thing.
Is it that much different? Like,
in
in terms of like getting spooked?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really afraid because you brought your VR and I've yet, period, like outside of fucking, was that Beachhead 2000?
Oh, yeah, the boardwalk.
Oh, yeah. I've not tried any VR.
It's going to be a little disorienting at first. I think you have to, like, your mind has to get acclimated to, like, how the camera works.
I'm never motion sickness, so like I don't
neither.
get any of that, but I hope that I just vomit on command.
You know, I'm not either. But when I tried Oculus, I guess it was because it was a Minecraft roller coaster demo. But like, I was like standing on the desk, like, oh, I got like the cold sweats.
Any game that has like smooth rotating,
Yeah,
like,
because RE has that quick spin, right?
you can do. I barely did it, but yeah,
I heard that fucked with people.
It's like back and circle and do like the 180 turn.
Yeah.
You can do that. That's not too bad. But your right stick will do 30-degree angles when you like look around.
That's pretty good.
So it's just like a quick twitch.
Yeah.
And that seems weird at first, but I think you can set it to maybe 45 as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you can turn that off and just do like a smooth pan. Where if you think of like you're in a tank or like a turret or something,
right?
No. Like that makes me dizzy. That like gives me a little nauseous, and I don't get motion sickness.
Yeah.
Like I love roller coasters, like everything, and that just felt weird. So I prefer to Twitch controlling.
I'm excited.
It doesn't use the move controllers though, so I was DualShock.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah, that's what I heard. You got to use the actual.
Yeah, but the
PS4.
aiming with that is so cool compared to just like using the right stick.
I'm excited to try it.
And then speaking of VR, I did 2 little games with other friend Joe Eberly, who was on here before. We played Sports Bar VR.
Sports Bar VR.
Yeah, you can do darts, billiards.
Oh, damn it!
Air hockey, skee ball.
I thought you were a bartender in a sports bar.
I mean, there are people like NPCs in the bar. You can go behind the bar and mess with the taps and.
No, I want you to have to serve drunks who are excited about a fucking football
game. They should
game.
make that. I would play that.
Someone gets out of hand, you can break a bottle over their head.
I like that.
Like we were playing in like
my bartender friend.
Just like a lobby room of some kind where other people were playing pool.
Yeah.
And like we were just like messing with them.
That's
like,
pretty cool.
There's just this giant like balloon animals for some reason near the skee balls. They're like maybe
Is this
like
online?
like a foot or two tall.
That's weird. Who made this? It sounds.
I forget who made it.
Huh.
I'm not sure. I feel like whoever made it's like their first game or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's exclusive for PlayStation, I think. No, it's not, because when your character is just the VR headset and you see the move controllers as your hands. But I met a Vive player, and he had the Vive headset, and you could see his Vive controllers.
Oh, you can crossplay?
Yeah.
Look at that crossplay.
Oh wow. Sony, kinda, sorta. How's
Yeah.
Rocket League crossplay with PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and Switch?
Yeah, how's Minecraft crossplay?
At least they put it on Sports Bar VR. If there's one game they
But
had to put it on.
Yeah, you got the crossplay PC though for Rocket League.
I
Don't
know,
forget
but that doesn't count. Same thing with Street Fighter. Also doesn't count.
That does count.
But that was fun. Like I did some nasty things with the balloon dog too in front of other people.
Yeah.
And their reactions were pretty funny.
I'm looking at it right now on Steam.
But the physics are great. Playing pool is actually pretty technical, but it's fun.
I want to do that because I don't know.
Like you can take a beer bottle and just break it just because, and just like throw it and just throw cans. Like you can just do anything.
No, I used to
Throw a jukebox across the room.
I used to play pool quite a bit in real life. And,
I played very casually, but that was the thing that my friends always.
but I want to know like if I could translate those skills because I've never quite.
I feel like you can.
Yeah.
Because like most pool games, they have like that option where you hint where it's like it shows you a dotted line of where it could go. This doesn't do that, but it'll show you where your cue ball will be hitting, and you can like depending on the move controllers, you can like aim how you want to do it and like how much pressure
I
you
feel
want.
like that,
the velocity of your arm moving with the controller
okay.
determines how hard you hit those balls.
that would make sense.
And you can knock the balls off the table.
Can you just pick them up and throw them at people?
I'm not sure if they like poof and reset to the table, but you can like just throw stuff at people regardless.
How do bar fights work?
Good question.
I guess you just kind of have to like play it out and pretend. But yeah,
Like I can
throw
just
That's where you break your bottle.
yeah, like I can just see someone like from like the other room and like in VR just swinging at you like fuck you.
I
Give
feel
it
like
that pool stick. I'm not playing pool. I'm beating ass.
And like, and there's toys you can
Try
like
out.
summon where there's like Nerf guns and stuff, and I was just like
That's
shooting
cool.
people, just like shooting little balls out at people while they're playing pool, and they're like, dude, like knock it off.
Fuck you.
Chucking
Throw the
ski
pool
balls
stick.
everywhere.
I was looking at the screenshots and you can play chess.
Yeah, chess,
cool.
checkers,
That's
like
cool.
it's pretty neat. They kind of go on the honor system,
You know,
so
Yeah.
because you pick up where and put the pieces where you want to put them.
Okay.
this is gonna be one of those things where like one of those fucking games that just gets abandoned by the masses, but there's like two motherfuckers that still just play chess in it. Like, no man, the chess in Sports Bar VR is like the fucking bet, and like somebody gets married in the corner. Like it's a
There's something cool about it. For,
No,
for
I-
being VR.
come back in 2024. They'll
Yeah.
be there.
It probably use better movements, but I think we're still in the early stages of that. I mean, teleporting's fine, but whatever.
Yeah.
So that was that, and then from there went to something similar called Rec Room,
Okay.
and this was a PC at first.
Yeah,
VR
I remember
game.
hearing the name of it.
It just came to PlayStation recently,
I think I've heard of this.
and this is free to play. Sports Bar was $7.99 because it's on sale.
Okay.
I think it's usually like 15 or 10 or something. But yeah, Rec Room is pretty fun. You actually have a body, you can customize it, whatever. It's more of a social type of VR game, but you can do all that like type of sports stuff too, or just like a sandbox and mess with items.
Mhm.
They have stuff similar to Nintendo Land, where it's like you can go on a quest with people and fight like bots with like swords and bow and arrows and like magic
Nice.
wands and stuff.
Nice.
There's laser tag, there's paintball.
Oh, got me a laser tag.
There's the laser tag. You can either first each other or you can fight robots like AI.
Oh, that's cool.
But your gun, you have to like after a couple shots, you have to like cock it to reload it.
You know what's really stupid?
What?
We're like everything you're saying. I'm like imagining it. I'm like, yeah, you can really get lost in this shit. But it's still like we're on like year 2.
Yeah.
Like think of where this shit's gonna be in another year, another 5, another 10.
2024 when his people are still playing
when
chess.
they're still playing chess.
Yeah. Like compared to like when like the Wii and the Kinect and all that came out, like this doesn't feel like that. This
Yeah.
feels a little more. I think it's a little
Like
more
more
involved.
advanced?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't feel
Okay.
like a fad that's gonna die out in a year.
But I
'cause it
mean,
hasn't.
even like look at. I mean, if you look at video games, like generally speaking,
Yeah.
this is the 1989. This is NES. This is Simon's Quest 2.
And like the only like real game that
Castlevania
is
2.
good for it is Resident Evil.
Huh.
At least
like
for,
a legitimate, like
a legitimate like
full experience.
like VR game. Like that is done well from like a big company that's not like just a small little like app basically. Like that's,
I think
that's one of the few.
Yeah,
there's not
in
many.
terms of like a narrative and all that. But I think Super Hot in VR is also meant to be pretty good. But it's a different experience. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not like the game.
Yeah.
Although that game.
But even still, like it's not
but,
like
Super
Resident
Hot
Evil
wasn't
like,
made in mind from the get go.
the VR they did. The VR they built from the ground up.
Well, yeah,
for
but
it.
I think at first it was just, hey, let's just do Super Hot.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
like, oh wait, we should do VR.
But even still,
Resident
like-
Evil was like VR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like Resident, it has a different narrative, it has a different
Yeah.
feel, and yeah,
You know,
Dude, if only PT was.
somebody will get that
I'm
shit
gonna have to
working.
head
Death
out.
Stranding.
I'm so
Dude, somebody's gonna rip those files apart. And they'll put it.
I mean, someone's already making it in Unreal. Someone did it
There
in
you go.
Unity. It doesn't run as well, but they're porting it to Unreal because they ripped the models. Like I actually downloaded one
Nice.
of the I guess the main
Yeah.
whatever the fuck her name 8 feet tall or 8 foot tall person.
Matt's friend.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. But it's funny you made that comparison about VR. Like we're kind of in the 80s because there's like a VR like analyst that was like, if you have any kind of VR device now, you're that dude in the 80s that had like the fucking baller ass PC,
Right.
and you went around. And you're like, this is gonna be something,
Yeah.
and then like,
Just you wait.
so you're gonna be that dude in bar sport or
Yeah.
sports bar VR playing chess. You know, you're gonna be that guy. So
If only they could make the headsets like wireless somehow.
They are. There's Oculus Go coming out next year.
I mean, everybody's working on it because I think I heard that's like one of the biggest.
It's the
downfalls,
setup,
just
the cables, because for PlayStation that's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
And what I appreciate about Vive is like they have sensors that you put in your room, so you can do a full 360 turnaround. PlayStation, you have the camera, and because it uses the lights on the headset,
Oh, yeah.
so when you turn around, it'll be like, hey, you need to turn back around. You're out of the camera,
Yeah.
out
Have
of the
you
play
used
area.
the Vive though?
I have not.
Because
I really
that
want to.
cable for the Vive, holy shit! If you want to talk about big cables, it's
Oh,
just
yeah?
one. Yeah, I've seen. I haven't used
Like
it,
jacking
but
into the Matrix, just like
it's pretty much. But I've seen people use it and like they'll turn around and you get like real nervous. It's like they're about to trip. They're about to trip. But it's like
yeah.
it's like
I've
it's
seen
real close.
I've seen
yeah.
a few people streaming with
Yeah,
doing that and almost tripping.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but early 2018,
Oh, you know what? I forgot.
Oculus Go, $199. Look at this thing.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is that it's Oculus, and
But
to
it-
me, that's like the lesser of the VR headsets because they're so exclusive.
The only thing that I like about Oculus is the fact that John Carmack works there.
I mean, that's good for him.
I know. I'm just saying, like, that's the one thing that gives me faith in it, but also,
But
like,
the problem is that like Facebook owns it.
That's
know.
the one thing. 'Cause I remember when that happened, like the VR subreddit had a huge meltdown.
And as someone who's like getting rid of Facebook soon, like
Yeah.
I remember them showing off the Facebook VR stuff, and it actually did seem kind of cool. I
No,
will
I mean,
admit
like,
that, but
it's cool. But, like, this, you don't need a PC. It just is the thing for $200.
Oh,
Wait,
is
really?
it?
So it's all
Yeah.
built in?
Everything.
Oh, that's scary. That's
No
scary.
wires, no
I
anything.
understand. The
Oculus did that
competition now.
shady
Yeah.
thing with the kickstarting and then it being bought by Facebook. So,
Yeah,
like,
that
was-
that's not fun.
The online was so funny that day. It
Yeah.
was
Oh.
sad but funny.
I didn't back it, but I was.
I
kinda
didn't back
like,
it either,
what the
but like
fuck are you
everybody,
doing?
like, when I was like lurking around on 4chan because I'm that kind of person, people were like, somebody made a video and it was like the end from like Evangelion's like credits theme. It just keeps tumbling down song, and everybody's just like crying with like different like reaction gifs of them being upset that Facebook bought it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no.
But
We'll get there.
But
I'm
yeah.
sure PSVR 2.0 will have.
but Rec Room is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I recommend that a lot. I was trying bottle flipping in that. They have water bottles on the table.
Yeah.
And I got that. I did it. Recorded it.
I found your one video. I retweeted that one.
Oh, did you?
The one where you didn't dab. You just were really excited.
Yeah, I clapped a lot.
Yeah.
But somebody was. I didn't talk at all. But there's other people talking in there. Like somebody took a picture of me and somebody was like just screaming. But I did another video this morning. I tagged you all in. I'm not sure if you saw it yet. It's
I tried out a new.
NSFW. Not really.
Ew. I didn't try out a new. I returned to an old alarm app that I used to use.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is it leaves your phone unlocked the whole
Okay.
time you're using it.
Oops, sorry,
Um,
no one said it was on.
Oh, I see. Mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a gun in Rec Room where you can draw 3D items,
Yeah.
and I drew a 3D thing,
Oh,
and then like
You sure did.
The way I threw it, it just landed perfectly in a chair. Wasn't expecting that.
like the last like 5 seconds, you slowly
I
just
put my
zoomed
hand
in.
out.
Yeah. Now this is Rec Room.
Yeah.
There it is.
The cool thing about that, why it's so social, like if you want to make friends with somebody, instead of like going through like looking at your wrist and going through all the options, you can just shake hands with somebody in there,
Oh,
and you can fist bump them, you can high five, like it's all these neat little things.
that's pretty cool.
And like your character levels up, and you unlock more like clothing items and stuff to customize your dude with, and you can change it any time. It's pretty neat.
That's wild.
Death can come at any time.
Yeah, that's pretty much all for me.
Ben, what'd you get into this week?
I actually didn't play too much just because of work.
Matt, what'd you get into this week?
But from what I did play, Doki Doki.
Oh yeah,
Game
Fun
of the
club.
year.
I didn't completely complete it, if that makes sense.
So like, you didn't see the credits.
No.
Well, all right. So we're not too long from a spoiler. Rather, we're gonna go way into that game a little bit in some certain categories. So save the spoilers for that. However,
All I gotta say is that, is this a horror game? Like,
yes.
Psychological horror.
I was
Yeah.
yeah.
They do really. I guess it's him. He does a
Yeah.
fucking really good job at it. You know what I mean? Because there's no like flashy jump scares. I mean, there's like maybe like a little thing.
There's some certain images. In
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
game.
but it's not like a, here comes a big noise and you're gonna get spooked and haha, gotcha.
Or even like, oh, what's around the corner? It's more just like,
nah.
But no, what really, I'm not trying to spoil it, but the way certain things are placed on the screen, that's what really fucked with me. And this is like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I'm not drunk.
Yeah.
Like sober. And I'm like, I really want to fucking play this, but like I need to actually be able to sleep tonight because I got work in the morning.
Yeah.
Like this is fuck with me.
That's
real hard.
like I said, like lights on doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I played that in the middle of the afternoon with the
That game
windows
takes your
wide
most
open.
vulnerable.
It's a bright game. It's not like you're not like in a dark hallway.
Yeah.
No, it's vibrant colors.
It's funny. There's a guy that Matt and I work with who, right after we had just played it, he came in and he was like, "Guys, I need to stream something. What should I stream?" We were both just Doki Doki Literature Club, and he was like, "Oh, okay." A couple days went by, and I was like, "Did you play that shit yet?" And he was like, "Oh no, I forgot. Let me write it down right now." In the middle of this week, I got a text that was like, "Hi, I just played this game. What the fuck?"
Yeah, actually, my brother Dean, he had a similar experience because when we first talked about it, like I went home and I was like, because he likes those kind of fucking games.
Yeah.
So I was like, you gotta play this game, and he's like, oh, I've seen a stream. It's like, no, you have to play this game.
Yeah.
Next day, like all caps on Twitter and on Facebook, he's like, what the fuck is this?
I
love
love
that.
that reaction.
Yeah, it was really good. Really, really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
You we talked last week. You went with Yuri.
Yeah,
What have you done this week? Did you?
Yuri. Not giving up the fight, dude.
Okay, so then I know where that one went. And then did you go back and like play through any of the other? Because like I think Matt and I both just kind of like A to B done. But Mark, you went through like different save states and different characters.
Here's the thing: I didn't save it. I restarted.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So originally, I think it was Yuri,
Got it.
and then but that was like very early on before anything really
Yeah.
happened. And I was
Like
like,
first actual.
I was like, I don't know if I'm doing this right because after doing that poem thing, picking the words, I was like, I'm not sure if that's who I wanted first. And then I was gonna do a whole order thing, but I basically technically I did 2 out of whatever.
Okay, I gotcha.
So you said multiple save states. When you did the first playthrough, did it delete your saves?
Yes.
Because it deleted all my saves.
yeah.
So I guess it doesn't really
Supposed
matter
to.
if you have multiple save states.
Well,
you know?
There's a reason, but yeah.
there's a thing that in that game where basically the first poem you do, if you save it right there, you go through and you make your choices and you get up to a point where things change. Instead of kind of going forward, you can reload your save and it'll remember that you got to that ending point and just kind of add that to your something like that. And you can kind of see each outcome and get the true ending.
Yeah,
or
I think they
whatever.
wanted you to utilize it, but I was just too like into it that I just didn't. I
Yeah.
never thought about saving.
I was happy with my
I was
ending.
Just one sitting and just ruined myself.
Did you end up in a room?
In a room. No.
No. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still in the classroom.
Okay,
Huh.
no, I know. I know.
Yeah. Wait, I know.
I
where
know.
it's at.
Yep. I know.
Like
where
when
you're
we
at.
get to actual spoiler territory, I can tell you exactly where I am.
All right.
So, but I'm still in
Got it.
classroom.
Got it. Yeah, it's a hell of a game.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
out of fucking nowhere.
We need
too,
more
man.
game. We need more games like this. Like we talked about, what I'm Scared.
Yeah.
Kind of has like the
Yeah.
same vibe
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah. I appreciate I'm Scared a lot for what it is.
I haven't played it. I need to.
The only thing I'll say about Doki, after all this, you should like. I know the thumbnails might be or title might be a little weird, but the game theory stuff opened my eyes to some things I didn't realize after playing it.
I'm subscribed to that YouTube channel, and like during the day, like if I'm at work, like I usually just have shit playing in the background, and I clicked subscriptions, and I guess the most recent video they uploaded,
it's like 2 parts.
They like there's like the spoiler part. I won't say it now, but it shows a screenshot of something, and then in all caps it says, and I'm like, come on, man, like.
It's probably not as bad as you think.
I'm probably looking like way too into it.
But still, they should be a little careful.
But discretion, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Slayer.
Always. Matt.
More game of the year prep.
Yeah.
More Rocket League than that means.
Yeah.
Naturally. No, the only thing I really dived into this week when I had time, I revisited Cuphead. I left that, like, me and you kind of both had the same thing where it was like a day or two of just pure enjoyment. It was kind of like a weekend.
Yeah.
And then we just both kind of fell off of it.
Done.
I don't know what it was with you, but my thing is, like, I'm still not used to, like, setting up my computer onto my monitor and, like, just sitting there at my desk playing with the controller. Like, I still don't have that mindset now that I've had this for, like, over a year now. So, like, I don't know.
I think if I had
it's like a mental block. I don't know what it is.
If I had a dedicated gaming PC, I think it'd be different. The fact that I use this for so many other things, I think that's where it's like.
I know, like,
I don't use my PlayStation to do taxes, you know. Not yet.
I mean,
like,
internet browser.
Wait, so I'm confused. Are you saying like you don't feel as
like, I don't know. That's like not my first instinct. My first instinct is to go into my room and turn on my PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
And like, I don't think.
So this probably would have been different if you got it on PlayStation.
Yeah, or if I had an Xbox or something like that. Yeah,
it's not on PlayStation.
It's not. It's
Xbox.
But I almost bought it on Xbox One just to have it on because I have that same weird. I get it.
Yeah, and then like I know like you have a different situation. You don't have a solid state drive, so when you restart, it really takes a while for you to go to a Windows side. Like even for me, it probably takes like 40 seconds, maybe a minute or two.
Yeah.
It's still like I gotta
right.
I gotta restart. I gotta hold an option. I gotta click on Windows, and I gotta log in, and then I gotta click on Steam.
As to
it's
pressing a power button.
So much, so much to do in like 3 minutes to get that game running.
Yeah.
But no, I was like. I was talking to a couple people at work, mostly Dash, and it was just the way he was high on that game. I just didn't give that game enough justice, so I wanted to make sure I put in the time. And man, am I glad I went back to that game.
Yeah,
I love that game. That it just everything from the art style to the music to the dumb plot line that that plot line has no business being as dumb and good as it is.
Yeah,
like it is what it is. Like the beginning of the game. And that's pretty much it until maybe like the end. You might revisit it, but like I don't know. I have a connection to a craps table, so the fact that they got into this thing because they bet the devil in craps is awesome to me.
You have a connection to a craps table?
No, like that's like
personally?
my favorite thing to do in Vegas.
Oh,
I would just sit at a craps table all day and play.
Why?
Because it's called craps, man.
Well, yeah, I know that, but that's the one game that I like. You don't have any control over it.
But that's the thing, you do. It's statistics and luck.
Careful, that's how you get kicked out or killed.
Well, he's a math man. So math
counting cards is not
It's just playing odds and what's due. Like, you haven't seen a number for a while. Why don't you just try and bet it, Be opportunistic.
Craps is dice.
Yeah. There is a whole list of rules about that game. Not physics, no.
You have to hit the certain part.
You actually do have to hit the backboard for the roll to count. But yeah. No, anyway, Craps is a great game. Cuphead, also a fantastic game.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just keep kind of playing through it, and I really had to power through some bosses. I was stuck on some bosses for an
What do you
hour.
think helped you? Because there were a couple, like, they do get really challenging.
The best thing, and I should have just figured this out earlier, is to just walk away for like 15, 30 minutes. Just reset your brain, because...
You'll just
like
follow the same
once,
habits.
yeah. Because then, like, especially the running gun levels, when it's a part late, you then try to rush early, and then you lose a dumb heart, and you just never put together the perfect run and have enough hearts for the thing you're struggling with at the end.
Yeah.
And then the same can be said with the longer phased out bosses, because some of them you can spam and like kill in 1 minute. Others, like, I know it sounds like 3 minutes is a long time, or isn't long at all, but in that game, 3 minutes is forever when you only have 3 hits. So, just trying to get to that point, that 2 minute, 20 second mark, just, you're trying to rush and get it there maybe to 2 minutes instead of, just being patient and weighing it out, and then you just lose stupid hearts. So, I didn't do that enough. I definitely did that towards the end. With this particular boss fight where I kind of just like, all right, I gotta step away. But yeah, that is, you just have to get good. That's like my word. That's like my word of the year, or my phrase of the year. Get good.
Well, I think with that game in particular, and games like that, the more you play it, the more you you learn the patterns, you see the progression of it. It's always disheartening when you're stuck in a part and you finally get through it, and then a new pattern comes and you're like, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
all that trial and error.
Yeah.
Every fucking game from like Genesis.
Yeah, all that arcadey style.
Like, I hate it when people say it's Nintendo hard. It's like, shut up.
It's
This is like, no, it's just a difficult
the Dark
game.
Souls.
Yeah. Oh my god, don't. Like when people are like, Dark Souls is the hardest game ever. I'm like,
No, it's not. Fuck
It's
off.
not. Like you said, it's all patterns, and you gotta you kind of study.
You learn, and then that game, like, it doesn't really advertise the fact that you can change like your weaponry and your like main ability and your specials and stuff. But like, after I was stuck on a particular boss for like maybe 30 minutes or so, I would like look at my list of things I had and be like, well, hold on, this actually might help me a little bit more than what I'm used to. And it didn't make you change your entire style, but you like tweak the mechanic that you're used to, and like you would do something, and it would just end up helping you out tremendously and getting you through a hard boss.
Okay.
But sometimes though, like you might equip stuff thinking for the third phase, but the things you have equipped already got you through the first 2 phases, so you might have to readjust your strategy in those first 2 phases a little bit. But I don't know, like just the fact that those small little tweaks just kind of freshened the game and made you play in other ways. I love when a game kind of not makes you, but encourages you to kind of explore your different options and play different ways.
I will never not snap my fingers and think of Cuphead.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, that, and
That's all it is now.
It's I don't know, just that whole art style. Like, I love like the whole intro thing. He's like getting ready for a battle. He's just pulling up his goddamn pants. Like, it's so well done. And some of the character models in that game.
Yeah, it's very charming.
There's a boss in stage 3. And we'll bring this up later today, but there's a boss in stage 3. It's like a mermaid, and then as you
the like Medusa.
Yeah, then like as you keep hitting her, she ends up turning into Medusa, and she has like a stone mechanic. It's so cool.
That's dope.
It's.
I remember like really early on when that game was first announced, one of the animators, or I don't know, was tweeting out a bunch of gifs of like the hand drawn stuff, like, and then I've got that one saved from like years ago of just like every frame by frame. It's so good.
I was about to say, I would love to see like if they went to GDC and they kind of explained like,
I think there's a whole blog already.
How the fuck they made that in Unity?
There's a
someone
whole.
he's worked in Unity. I'm like, how is this happening?
No
like,
clip needs to get on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking love a no clip.
I know, it's good stuff.
Yeah,
No, I think
I'd love to
there's
see
a
that.
whole blog of it.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sure.
And then it's not just the character models, but like the little like classic like television filter that like has like the little, I don't know what like the white, I don't know how to explain.
I know
it.
what you're talking
The film
about.
grain?
Yeah,
and
like the
stuff?
film grain and like the little pops of like old like classic film wise
cigarette burns.
Yeah, exactly. And it all just comes together just for this great looking game. And of course, it runs at 60 frames a second, and it's so well done.
So you say you ran it off your computer?
Mm-hmm.
So
Windows
it
side,
runs pretty.
Yeah,
well?
it's nothing hardware intensive. I think Joe's machine runs it at 60 frames after you get past the first cutscene, because we had that conversation a few weeks ago. But yeah, no, that game's super easy to run, but it just, it running at 60 frames and that art style holding up the entire time it's pretty impressive. And then the not the end boss fight, but the second to last boss fight.
Is that the one you told me about the other day?
Yeah, it's truly something special. It kind of plays on what you've been used to so far. and it doesn't include a craps mechanic almost. And so that kind of, once again, hits home for me.
Gets you.
But it's truly clever how to do it. I don't want to go into it here because it could be a little spoilerish, but it's definitely worth it to get there and experience that boss fight.
Is it? I was about to ask that. Is it like Doki Doki? Like if it's heavy on spoilers, like once you hear the spoiler, you're like, oh, that's.
I don't think
no,
so.
it's not plot. It's not plot heavy at
I was
all.
gonna say because the type of game it is, I feel like it's not, but
I think
feel
it's
like
just,
what you experience, what you encounter.
Like I could see a Let's Play of that, and I would still want to play it. But if I saw a Let's Play of like Doki Doki, I'm like, well, I know.
No, Cuphead is definitely one of those games like you're gonna want to play. Like if you saw it, I think you still want to play. I think you still get a lot out of it.
Okay.
It was just kind of a nice surprise when I got there to see what this character's mechanic was. I was that makes so much fucking sense for this character that you've been running into a lot. And it's just really done.
I think
really
that
well done.
The character, like I think that's the one thing that's kind of you could be spoiled on a little bit is some of the characters, the way they look and they move and they feel, it's surprising or it's cool and
or like
clever.
a third phase of someone might look totally different than what you're.
It's
you're
kind of
so
like
if you see that early, it's kind of just like shit.
it's kind of like opening a present. Like the present's still cool and you would still want it,
Right,
but the fact that you're opening it, finally seeing what it is.
And disappointed that it's not like it's not.
Yeah, I didn't know about the Medusa thing when I fought her. So when the eels come up, shock her, and she all of a sudden now has the snakes and stuff, and she's turning me into stone. I'm
And
like,
you're
this
just
is
like,
fucking cool.
Getting stoned.
No, Cuphead. It definitely. I'm glad I went back because that's easily one of my favorite games that I played this year.
That's awesome. I have a theory that if a game has anything to do with demons, it's going to be a good game.
Yeah. I mean that's
prove me wrong.
part of the course. I actually, you're gonna love what I've been playing this week.
Oh boy.
And also, I sent you a GDC talk where they talk about the animation. I found it while we were.
Yokai Watch.
Yep, that's my game of the year.
I don't know.
What's that? Why is that familiar?
Pokemon, but not.
I think they use like supernatural like creatures and stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's
Flesh and
is it
spirit.
Satan himself?
I don't know about that, but
Because as long as Satan's involved, it's good.
Speaking of Satan, so I played a couple things. That was everything you played, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought.
I was about to say
No.
I've been doing this long enough. I kind of know. I sometimes second guess myself. I played more Halo, which is more Halo, right? It's
You're playing a game that's.
Am I talking to Joe?
13.
I know.
13 years old.
how far did you get?
Huh?
How far did you get?
I don't know. You saw where was I at?
Oh, he just I forget the name of the place where the game first kind of opens up a little bit where you start seeing some vehicles and stuff like that. That's
I got my first Scorpion tank.
Is it like the snowy area?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like
yeah,
right
he's
past that.
He's past like the first intro
okay.
to that area. He's kind of walking around.
I'm like right now. I'm on a bridge fighting off waves of.
Okay.
So this is Halo 1.
Combat Evolved.
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you playing it? Is it the high res like remastered version or the?
Yeah. Every time I switch back to the original, it's really dark, like really dark. Like in certain areas, but like it's hard to play sometimes. So
you have a flashlight.
This is like
I'm not sure if it was a part that was meant to be dark.
Like this is like I'm in sunlight and it's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does it drop the frames too when you go to that?
No,
I just
smooth.
still runs at
Yeah.
60. Because I was watching him play it the other day, and I was like, it's weird seeing that game in 60 frames a second.
It is, but it's nice.
It's fun.
Wait, the original wasn't 60?
All the Halo games were 30 frames until 4 or 5.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Even 3?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
They were all 30.
I would expect it to be 60 just because it's,
Yeah.
But
No, I would think it was.
I think they were all 30
30,
until...
45 maybe, depending on the area you're in.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like closed indoors.
Yeah. But it's good. I'm like I was kind of relieved this week that we were at Game of the Year, and I knew that the things I had, everything was kind of done except for a few things, and I kind of waited out where I was like, I'm not gonna have time to finish A or B or whatever. So I got lost in Halo for a while.
A favorite weapon?
I think
Or I should say favorite
probably the pulse rifle.
UNSC weapon and favorite.
Oh, UNSC is the main ass assault rifle.
Yeah.
I like the pistol, but
The assault rifle or is the battle rifle in one?
Battle rifles in 2.
yeah. But I like the pulse rifle. But I find that most commonly what I'm able to get my hands on and use is the green one, plasma gun.
The charge up one,
Yeah.
like Mega Man.
Yeah, that's basically
Because
what I
the little
use.
grunts have them all.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, it's a shield and one full charge,
yeah.
so you can just punch right after it.
Yeah. So I just usually run around and bitch slap all the grunts while they're
Needler
sleeping.
is,
I
cool.
love the Needler.
I'm not.
And maybe it's not so good in the first one.
It's good. It's just not. It doesn't have that
wielding them
immediate.
is a fucking.
It doesn't have the immediate feedback that I need. Where I'm like, I pulled the trigger, now you're dead. You have to like wait a second and
Because it all builds
combat,
up and
pop,
it,
pop, 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 pop.
It's a motherfucker when it comes at you. But I played a game, Tormentor X Punisher. I think it's I kept going back and
based on
forth.
the new Marvel
Yeah.
Punisher series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Against his big nemesis,
Dude.
Tormentor.
Punisher could be a character
by-
in that.
Yeah.
They trying to make a couple games. They turned out like garbage.
This game is so fucking cool. Like, it's just fucking cool. That's it. That's all you need to know. Like, if you took Hotline to hell,
That's
but
the first reaction I got from. I was like, oh, it's Hotline.
Which is
Miami.
funny because there
Come on.
is like a secret level in like 2 where there's like a room just full of people in masks and there's like a weird like
That's-
pentagram type. It's not a pentagram, but it's like
something occultish.
something similar. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just like what the.
No, this, like, you're in a big rectangle. There are demons and monsters coming out of the ground through pentagrams, and you're running in a circle just shooting them. And think Hotline style, like top down, move with your
Wasti.
WASD, and left click is machine gun, right click is shotgun. How do you reload? Shoot the shotgun.
Just infinite ammo.
Yeah, no ammo pickups, no. I think there might be upgrades, but I'm not good enough to have seen them yet.
That's a tough game.
It's really
Yeah.
tough, man. I've only seen a boss. Or no, I think one of my runs I got through 2 waves, 2 like bosses, but it's just wave after wave of enemy. And it's very like fast paced. You know, when you if you die, if you die, you're just right back in.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got a really, really, really good style. Like, it starts off and you play as a girl. I don't know if she has a name or not. And she starts off the thing just, let's fucking do this.
Yeah,
and
it's
just
like
charges in.
she's enraged.
Yeah.
It's like it's
and like
brutal.
as she's doing it, she's just like, cock fuck. Like, just all this stupid shit where like, it's, if you took another step over, you'd be over the line. And it'd be, all right, you're just doing this for stupid sake, like drawn to death, right? But this is like right there in that sweet spot where I was not at any point like.
And it seems random with the voices, so I could see somebody doing like a playthrough and it's like, all right, you said the same thing like 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
And like,
But it's
3
not
seconds.
that like, I was playing this morning while Katie was getting ready and she's like doing her makeup and I can hear her in the bathroom. She's like, let's fucking do this. Like, just because every time I die, you hear like the death knell and then boom, 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 boom.
It's a very metal game.
It's, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's really good. And I had a couple bucks in my Steam wallet. So
How much is it?
it's $8. So
Oh, that's
I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I mean, I'd buy it anyway, but it worked out that I had a couple
Yeah.
bucks anyway. And then that kind of sparked something in my brain.
Oh boy,
A little
where
bit.
are we going? Slayer.
Yes, yeah. So
Ben, wake up over there.
So, back in 2012, a little game came out for the Vita that I very much wanted.
The Vita.
Yeah,
Life.
yeah. Vita means life.
What's Vita?
Oh, it was this. Do you remember the PSP?
Have you heard of Jim Ryan?
Jim Ryan. What a guy.
Rest in peace. So this game came out on Vita back at launch, and I always wanted it, but it was always $40, and like it never went on sale, and it never whatever, and it just
Danganronpa?
no. And I'm not someone who's not gonna spend $40 on a game. I never felt compelled to like buy this. Like, yes, and then like I figured it was one of those games where at launch I was like, cool, but it'll drop, and I have so much other shit to play because at that time games were actually coming out on Vita. This, even after years, had not dropped in price until recently. Within the last year, I noticed it dropped down to $10. And last night, I was in the right mood for it, so I picked up Army Corps of Hell. Game director is he formerly worked at Nintendo under Miyamoto.
Everybody's looking it up. I don't even.
I know. I
what
gotta
it
look.
is.
I gotta look this up.
So, dude worked under Miyamoto, worked on Pikmin, made this game, Army Corps of Hell, which is Pikmin, except You play as a demon lord, and you control an army of goblins and ghouls.
Like Overlord.
Yeah, but think literally Pikmin. Like you
just throw them on enemies and they just. I feel like I've heard of this.
Yeah, it was on Vita.
Now is it Army?
I mean, I
Corps?
never. But
Like,
Look at that box
let me
art.
see.
oh boy.
CORPS.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
I need
COR.
I need like a screenshot
I think
or
it's
something.
it's only on.
I think it's
not
only on
Steam.
Vita. I think it's only
Really?
on Vita. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I remember this.
Looks very Pikmin-ish.
Dude, it is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like
This is right up your alley. Then it just went from Pikmin and that.
Yes.
There you go.
Ben, if you use Google, you would find it so much faster.
Oh, I was on Steam. That's why.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I just see because I just assume everything's gonna come out on Steam
Should try
eventually.
Bing. Did you guys get the Microsoft Edge browser for your phone?
What?
Slayer.
Is it crawling in your skin?
Yes.
Oh Christ.
Hey, I just want to point out
Oh
something,
yeah, this is important. I'm actually shocked by this a
Yeah.
little bit.
something good did come out of using Bing. I forgot, and I could have probably done this 10 times over, but I just forgot to stay signed in on my phone. But by using Bing, you earn little credits. And I got $5. I cashed in a bunch of my Bing points,
Mm-hmm.
and I got $5 on my Xbox Live
Wait,
account.
what?
This is what Chris Taylor's been doing
Yeah.
since like day one.
Yep.
Like I remember him being hard with the Bing. And
Hard with the Bing.
Hard with the Bing.
Do we have an episode name?
So wait, so you get points for binging, and then
Yeah,
yeah.
so why would you use Google?
my man. And it's
Because
so
if you don't have an Xbox, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Like me.
great answer. However, you can also just do PayPal gift cards, Starbucks gift cards.
Which links to Steam. Dang.
I'm reading at you a lot because
So what's the catch here?
Oh,
what's
they're
your
they're
head?
taking everything. Yeah.
Yeah, you just sell your soul. But
Yeah, I was
why
like,
you make points.
I mean, I'm not searching anything that doesn't. You know what I mean? It's fine.
Like you're not looking up hardcore porn or like.
And if I am, I
That's
know.
the guy- hold on,
When I
hold
search
on.
Pornhub,
Hold
I
on.
mean,
This is a guy who binged Hex Maniac.
No. What? Huh? Anyway. Years ago I saw it and I was like, it's cool, but I didn't need it. Now I need it.
For some reason, I thought
And-
you knew that already
What's that?
about the points.
I did, but I forgot to ever
Oh.
follow through with it because I never had anything to really cash. Because at the time when I had first signed up for the rewards, it was only like Microsoft related stuff. It was like Xbox, Windows Store, or 5% off of a Windows shirt. And I was like, well,
Yeah, I was like, is this similar to like a site where it's just like, hey, fill out all these surveys and you'll get like $3 in 5 hours.
no.
10 hours.
Honestly, it's like,
Like I want like how like
what's the frequency?
the time going into it versus what you're getting back. Is that worth it?
Here's where I'm at. If now I've got it, so I'm just always signed in on my phone, and if I'm just looking things up, it's 5 points every time I search.
So you can just I do every letter of the alphabet. Like
You-
A,
but
bing,
there's a
B,
limit.
bing,
There's a
C.
daily limit.
Of course there is. There's the catch.
Yeah,
Say,
yeah,
why
yeah.
are you not
Spam
binging
it.
right now? Like,
No,
everybody.
it's like mining Bitcoin,
Bing
but Bing
farm,
coins.
let's go.
No. There's a
gonna
daily
Bing
limit.
Google.
There's a daily limit of how
Oh,
many
that's how
things
you do
you can do. Either way, anyway, this game, it is like it's Pikmin, but I like it control wise a little bit better than Pikmin, which I didn't think I'd ever say. But you're moving around, controlling the army. Every time you get within proximity of an enemy your goblins can attack, your reticle lights up red. And you kind of like rotate your reticle with the right stick. You pull the trigger to just launch them on. Once you get a certain number, and it's different per enemy, but they'll each have different thresholds. So might be like 20 goblins, but I'm attacking some weird thing that looks like the Nightmare of Mensis.
Okay.
Right? Like it's a lot of cool ass
I like this. I like
creatures
this.
and monsters. But you get enough of them stacked on there, and then it's I forget what they call the attack now. But you hit circle to kind of like they all like while they're on top of it, they all like jump up, and you synchronize this like planned attack, and it just kind of like murders everything, and blood sprays everywhere, and the music is all just like blast beats and just pig. It sounds a lot like Death Clock, like the.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't like not every song, but like some of the songs, the vocalist is straight up Nathan Explosion. It's just fucking fun. I can see where down the line it might get a little samey and a little whatever, but it's Pikmin does anyway.
I was about to ask about that because it didn't look like it got the best reviews.
No, I think it was a
Yeah.
really middling game, but
I wonder what the story was behind it.
like
So
making
the
it.
guy leaving Nintendo was like on good terms or bad terms? Did he have the original idea for this type of formula first, and then Nintendo was like, "Fuck you, we want it," and
I don't know.
it's like, "Well, fuck you, Dad, I'm gonna make my own game," and then he did.
There's a really good interview with the guy on Gama Sutra. I'll see if I can find it.
So it's like,
Send it
like
to
if
you.
I was on bad terms with the guy, now it's Miyamoto, I'd be like, "Do you really just take that and then just put a different skin on it? Is that what you did? You, you piece of shit. Whatever. It's Vita. I'm not worried about it."
Yeah, I know.
It sucked. It's only on Vita.
Yeah.
Nah, no.
I just means you
No,
could buy
'cause
a.
Vita.
now I can't play it.
Now you need a Vita.
Well, I want a Vita.
You can join us 10.
Well,
because I want to play the PS Classics.
there's
on it.
always,
That's what I, really
I mean,
want.
games. There's always ways of things getting ported one way or another, or
Yeah.
sequels or whatever.
Emulation.
My mistake. I said earlier he was the director. He's actually producer of this game, not
Okay.
director. But yeah, he worked.
Still a big role.
Yeah. But he worked under EAD like
Mm.
all the
Yeah.
way up through the balance board stuff.
It was published by Square Enix. Published by
The
Square Enix.
yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm just why I have never heard of this game. I mean, did you guys hear about it before too, or?
Nope.
I remember seeing something, but I didn't know it was Square was.
Oh, okay.
I was late to
publishing
the
it.
Vita party, so.
Yeah,
I was
I
never in
remember like
Me
it was
neither.
really early on, and I was like, because I was obsessed. Like Vita, I was completely.
I had a PSP 2000 because 3000 changed the screen like idiots, and I broke it.
Was it 2001 that didn't take discs, or was it the 3000?
I think they
Or one
both
of 'em.
took discs, but the screen 2000 I think had a better like I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like LED or something.
Oh,
or,
okay.
or like OLED. I can't remember. It had a better screen resolution. Everything was just the colors were better on that as to the 3000.
Maybe I'll buy it for my brother because he has one. He doesn't use it.
Vita?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, the game's dope.
It looked cool when I was looking at the images.
Yeah, I don't. It's a lot of the same stuff, but like the bosses are cool.
So is it just an arcade game? Or is there like a story involved, or
Yeah, but the story you're not there for the story.
what
like,
is it like? Satan.
It's like you're a demon, carry the goblins.
I'm a demon.
Yeah, it's that kind of shit. Like I don't know.
I remember a weird like PSP game where it was like a weird third-person shooter, but there was like extra characters you could unlock. They're really wacky, but one of them was like members of Slipknot because their songs are in the game.
Okay.
But you're just like one of them with like an assault rifle like in a city just like shooting creatures or something. It wasn't pretty looking at all, but I kind of enjoyed it. It was weird.
Yeah, I don't know. There are a couple things like when you're downed or near death, there's like a couple items you can pull in. And it uses the Vita in a way that I'm like, oh, right, the Vita has a rear
back,
touchpad.
yeah.
Touchpad in the back, right?
But like it's not intuitive. Like if you're almost close to death, you can bang a drum to like revive yourself or
So blast
heal
beats
yourself.
to-
Yeah, you do. You do blast beats, and you're supposed to do them. But like I've not figured out the rhythm at all. Maybe it's because I had the volume kind of like mostly down.
It's just
It's like I've tried doing like multiple fingers like as a roll on the. I don't know what they want.
maybe if they do like circular motions like nipples.
Maybe
Just follow the path of Patapon.
that's true. I don't know. The boss. I got to like the first big ass boss fight, and it's a woman, like demon lady, and she's inside of this like giant worm. I don't. It like imagine like an octopus where it's like just long ass fucking.
Okay.
But they're each end of the octopus arm is a mouth.
Dick.
that's-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
So like if you get too close, it's inhaling and trying to eat your little goblins,
is it like a human mouth or like a
like teeth mouth.
like a
Like I
alligator?
mean,
No, I just mean the way it opens.
Teeth.
yeah, more humanish, but
Mm.
definitely like fangs and,
Okay.
and gnarly shit. I've not got to her yet. Like I'm
Oh.
slowly killing all the worm things as they're kind of like out in the tendrils.
Okay.
It's cool though. You unlock new weapons, you unlock different armies, and yeah, it's a cool game. I'm excited to keep kind of poking
Right
at
on.
it. And yeah, that's it. So I say we actually we don't need a break. We're gonna have plenty of time for breaks today. Let's roll right into some news. We're really just gonna do headlines, comment, and then we're out of here.
Yeah, like actually leaving, right?
Done. On for the date.
Game of the year.
So, speaking of Game of the Year, the Game Awards were last week. We talked a little bit about them. We talked a little bit about that weird-ass Death Stranding trailer.
By the way, I actually watched some of that.
Yeah.
Because before I was like, I'm not watching this because it's not going to do anything in the game. I think I'm actually excited for Death Stranding now.
Yeah, me
Dude, how you not excited?
Because I see the cutscenes and I mean, it's like the
Kojima's
trailers.
Unchained.
Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus.
I do like Norman Reedus a lot, but like I don't know, like I feel like the shit they're showing now, it's not gonna have anything to do with the fucking game.
Is he
So
still
I'm
in
like,
that
why am I wasting
show?
my time? Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I didn't know if you...
I wouldn't have watched that trailer if I wasn't watching the VGAs because
Okay.
The very first trailer that they've ever shown, like I'm still affected by that one just because of the people in the distance and they're like floating like that.
Well, it's
Well,
Part
you
two
kind of
is,
got that at
right?
the end of this trailer again,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Five
just-
Psycho Mantis.
But I still think of like like the first time the Psycho 5, like that was I don't know. I still really enjoy that. Like I want a poster of just that.
Well, I liked it because I went back after listening to the Giant Bomb episode, and they were talking about they were like cover your mouth or like don't breathe, and the one dude is just like aging and turning into like I was like, okay, this
You can tell this is going to be like a stealth game of some kind.
yeah.
It's just Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Metal Gear with like
Yeah,
babies.
this is Kojima being like, "Fuck you,
Yeah.
Dad. Here's take that same."
What if Death Stranding is just a working title and then when it releases it's Metal Gear Solid 6?
That's, yeah. I'd be okay with that.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
Kojima had a conversation with IGN, and they said, Mr. Kojima, quote, what the fuck is in... No, I'm going to read this. He says, games started over 40 years ago with arcades. When the player dies, it's game over. You continue, and time goes back to before you die. You can die as many times as you want, but you always go back to a little bit before you die. That was a mechanic made specifically for putting in coins, and it hasn't changed since then. One of the themes of this game is life and death, so I want people to realize that when they die in the game, that is not the end.
Because in the end, it doesn't even matter. So
Bingo. Death will never pull you out of the game. As you saw in the trailer, you saw the crater. When you come back, it's still there. Most games would have taken you back to before the crater was made. So depending on the player, you might have a ton of craters all over the place. It depends on each player. He talks about a lot of different things. The way time kind of flows, what this time fall thing is, where there's rain that
it's like
dictates time.
it's like when you die, you go into like that water area,
Right.
and then so apparently in that whole trailer, that part of him being like swimming or whatever was actual gameplay.
oh really?
Yep.
And
Yeah, it's not like
then-
a...
yeah. So when you die, that's you. That's like not really afterlife, but that's you like
Purgatory.
dying, but still continuing the game. So you have to like swim back to I guess
So
surface.
do you
or
not
go through a
really
door or
die?
something. You do, but
But it doesn't matter.
Probably hooks into the plot somehow.
yeah.
Huh.
So I don't know, but yeah, it
That's
definitely plays.
interesting.
I mean, it's Kojima. It plays a part.
Which I like. I like that. I like that someone's thinking about these things,
Yeah.
because I think for many games, and there's nothing wrong with it, but many games we just sit down and we're like, okay, I died. All right, let me just jump back in and keep going.
Bloodborne
This
logo
is-
for 5 minutes.
Right. Right.
It's funny when a
Um,
game tells you that you die. Like no shit. I don't
I
need
know.
it in caps
Oh,
going across the
Cuphead.
screen.
Cuphead told you how many
Every-
times you died, and I looked at it. I was like, oh,
Every
no.
game does it. Like
I
I think
hate
like, Resident Evil did it.
Yeah.
Souls games did it. It's
Uh,
funny.
He closed out that interview with a quote that I loved: "Everything makes sense. Everything will come together." Which
Yeah.
You
But
know,
will it, though?
It's 6
I
years
know it'll come
and a huge
together.
ass budget. It'll
like,
come
it-
together.
As weird as it might seem, I think a lot of that trailer did make sense to me in a way. Like I can just context clues of like you can kind of get an idea, but it doesn't seem as like far fetched as like the first trailer.
I
Or
agree.
Whatever.
yeah, no, the first one was definitely still the most ambiguous, weird, whatever.
But I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I think, actually, now I think about it, it's probably better that they're doing it this way instead of having like actual gameplay video.
Yeah.
So it has like that.
Well,
Honestly,
we might not even be there yet.
I think
That's
Yeah, it
because
might
of
not
that-
have. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because
I'm
like you
fine
know,
if I was anything else.
I'd rather not see.
Yeah, I'm
Because
rather.
before I was like, what the fuck? I just wanted to see. No, now it's like, show me. I wouldn't mind if you
Yeah.
showed me a week in advance.
This was like
just
ju-
let-
this
keep
was
it a
like
secret.
just enough tease
Yeah.
to like get
I can
you
see why they're
thinking
doing
of what it can be. Now you have a better grip on
Right.
it, and it's like,
Mhm.
all right, don't show me yet.
Right.
So when it comes out in like 2024, well,
Yeah. We'll still be playing chess inside the back of that weird Arcade. Ben, you liked Battlefield Bad Company 2, didn't you?
How did you know I was going to talk about this?
Well.
This.
There's a rumor on the internet says the Battlefield game set to come out next year might potentially be Battlefield Bad Company 3.
Now, this is also why I went on Reddit. Do you know the second half of that?
Does it feature Five Finger Death Punch?
I wish. No. No, 2018's Battlefield game isn't Bad Company 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
See, but the thing is, the guy who made that rumor or speculation was the guy who also predicted Battlefield 1, right? Because I think that's what it was saying. So, like, people took his prediction pretty good, but, like, I mean, I still have hope because Bad Company's the best one.
What was your source for the no?
Eurogamer.
All right.
Someone just posted recently, actually yesterday. This is no 2018's Battlefield game isn't Bad Company 3, and it just takes you to Eurogamer.
But they directly said not Bad Company 3. That doesn't mean it's still not a Bad Company game or something.
It could
like
be
that.
Bad Company 1. Like Battlefield. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a video that came out.
Batter Company.
Oh, I looked into the report on Monday and heard differently. However, sources close to the studio told me an Jesus Christ, an idea for Battlefield Bad Company 3 had existed but was not in development.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
know. David Jaffe said he wasn't going to be at E3 one year, and then he comes down a Sweet Tooth car. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not taking everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it could just be like them being like, no, we wanted.
But then the other side of this, let's pretend there is a Bad Company 3. How are we feeling in a post Battlefront 2 world?
I got real nauseous.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do that to me, man.
But I mean, it's the same company and the same same developer and
same developer, same publisher, same everything.
Same half of the title.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
This might be.
God damn it.
Same type of game essentially.
Do you think they'll still go that route though?
I don't know.
With
I mean,
the shit they faced with, like, did Battlefront even do well? Like,
I don't know.
They haven't come out with numbers.
No.
But I mean, this game, shit's changed a lot since they made the last Battlefield Bad Company.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's also changed a lot since they made the last Battlefield. Like, already in a year, things are completely different. I don't know. I don't know what this means.
I hope they do. I hope they don't Battlefront it. But I guess we'll see. Because I really think there should be another Bad Company. Because that's my favorite, I guess, series of Battlefield.
And it was nice to go back.
Oh.
What? Oh, Siri, get out of here.
Did it? Because I said series?
Yeah, that's weird. That
Did it pick up your
They
voice?
can hear
there?
picked up his voice, yeah.
They can hear us.
Do you sound like me, Ben?
Do I?
Listeners, do we sound like?
Series?
You'd have to say,
You have to
Siri.
say the magic words.
You have to say,
Hey.
hey, Siri.
Hey, series.
All right.
So
Well,
I said series.
no idea.
I said Battlefield series, and then it was like,
I have no
Sup,
idea what just
bitch?
happened there. And now I forgot what point I was going to make. Oh, no. I like that Battlefield. Like, I don't know. I think they have a good thing going with, like, kind of going backwards a little bit here.
yeah.
I mean, you kind of see Call of Duty trying to play some catch up this year with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you want to stay in World War I again, but if you can go to like Vietnam or Korea, or, you know, do another war from a past time, I think they can execute again quite well. You know, assuming no loot boxes and stuff like that.
A revolution.
I mean, I keep saying Battlefront. Battlefield 1 did have loot boxes and stuff in it. Yeah, I mean, but like, you earned them like usual, and it didn't really impact the gameplay at all.
Yeah, because I remember getting loot boxes, but I don't think they were like.
You got like
they made me jump out of the
special.
window.
You got like special guns that might tweak some like firing rates.
It was like
but
like
it wasn't.
modified of the gun.
It wasn't that. It was more like the textures on it or something like that changed. It wasn't necessarily like that new gun made you, because you earn the guns as you play through the class and you rank the class up.
I think that's kind of
That
the
game's so much fun.
people responding to the rumor. I saw them kind of saying as much like, perhaps it'll be more cosmetic things, because I think a big thing with on paper, Battlefront 2. The idea is in today's it's so weird because I'm still like stuck. I wrote that thing this week about kind of going back to the Xbox era, like Xbox, PS2, and how I'm like reliving my teenage years in a weird way. And being
crisis.
and being stuck in that era, you're kind of remembering where like we didn't have to worry about any of this shit. But I understand the need for it now. I get it. It's just a weird thing where like, yeah, 15 years ago we wouldn't have had this at all. It just would have been the game, and that would have been it.
No, there was expansion packs though.
Right.
At least on PC.
Right.
So that's kind of similar in a way.
But Battlefront 2, on paper, the idea is sound. You buy the game once, all future content is free because they're doing free updates to that
Yeah.
campaign. They're adding maps. They're doing all that stuff is free just from you buying it once. The problem lies in that I don't know if it was a Disney restriction or whatever, but they didn't want you to have to. They didn't want you to get all weird with cosmetic stuff.
Oh,
because
yeah,
they
from
wanted
Disney.
to-
Disney said
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
they wanted to retain the images, right? So you couldn't have Han Solo
that.
with like a fucking fidget spinner and glasses. Damn it. Yeah, I know. However, and then that's where they kind of got all stupid with the monetization of how do we make money if we're giving away all this content for free and we can't charge for cosmetic upgrades? Well, let's do what we did. This game, you could do cosmetic things. Hey, I want my fidget spinner on the end of my fucking rifle, so I'm going to spend 99. Like, that's where this game, cosmetically, you could theoretically, hopefully, the way they should do it, sell the game for the price tag you want to sell it for. Even, you know what, go bold. Sell it for $70.
I was
Business
just about
day.
to say that. Make
Sell
it
it
a
for
little
$80.
more.
I don't give a shit.
Wonder if that's something to do with them closing down Disney Infinity. Because they had Star Wars figures that you could scan in and mess around in the toy box and all that.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's a toy box, now you have Star Wars characters like driving in cars and messing with like wacky beach balls and shit.
But could you give them Kanye West glasses? That's the question.
Or
they
pink
could
Vader
wear
helmet.
stuff, but I don't know to what extent that
Yeah.
was. I don't know if it was like hats. I know you wear a jetpack, but I don't know if that means anything. But
I think this was like specifically, if you
Yeah.
think about what you could do cosmetically to certain characters, like
Yeah, like Luke can have a pink saber and like
Right.
a pink button up. He
But,
has
like,
to
I
be in
just-
his black and green, his
But, like,
black outfit and green
Yeah.
saber.
I just don't see why is that a big deal.
Because
Disney.
Disney
brand
fucking cares
recognition.
about the canon.
Yeah,
So it's not even so much.
But
I
it's like
guess
it's not the movies, you know what I mean? Like it's a game.
But it's still the image. I
It's
think
still
that's
the
the
yeah,
whole-
it's
yeah.
it, like
Yeah.
Mark Hamill's face is far more valuable to them in
Yeah.
that pure form than anything else.
Didn't they say this game because they want this game to fall into the canon, like that campaign? Isn't that what they wanted out of
Probably.
it? I think that's
I don't know.
why, because of that reasoning. I think that's why they're being so weird with the cosmetic stuff.
So it's not even. I guess it's still an EA thing. They saw fuck you, but
Yeah.
kind
No,
of a
I
Disney thing,
no,
too.
I actually think from what I heard, I thought DICE and EA, or maybe just DICE, had like mock-ups of different like cosmetics, but it was Disney that said.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's more of a Disney
I believe that
fuck you.
because they do that to a lot of their movies too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
That
whole
sucks.
free ticket thing, like if you have a voucher for a free ticket, you can't use it on the two newest Disney movies. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Is Disney just gonna buy everything now?
Oh god, that's
They
scary.
what? They're doing 21st Century Fox now or
That's
something?
such a
Already
scary
bought.
acquisition.
Disney owns The Simpsons.
Better
scary.
yet, Bobby Hill is now a Disney prince. Think about it.
Actually, no, I'm okay with that. Yep. Bring it on back.
Prince of the Hill.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Anyway, Stardew Valley's coming to Vita. Y'all say it's dead, but look at that. Vita 6 years later,
Vita means life.
still getting some shit.
It's fine to have it on Switch.
I know.
I feel like it would be better on Switch just because it's a fucking bigger screen.
Well, the cool thing is, if you bought it on PS4, you do not need to buy it again. It's
There
cross-buy.
you go.
And doesn't say anything about cross-save, so I don't know if your progress will go.
So, but that takes you 2 systems to do that. Switch, you just have the one.
You don't have to see. You don't have to
No.
switch on Switch, but you got to switch on the PS4 and V.
Vita is a
one-
little bit easier to carry around though.
It's true. One thing to note. The multiplayer updates that I believe are already out on PC that are soon coming to console
Oh, yeah.
will not be on the Vita version.
Oh, well,
So why would you
there
do
it
that?
I think that would make the game more enjoyable for me. Is multiplayer. That's an overwhelming game right now. My mind's not
Yeah.
ready for that. I like it, but I can't.
I know.
That's why I won't play it because I know I'll get stuck in it.
Speaking of enjoyable, here's something I didn't enjoy: Thumper. But if you enjoyed it, you might be happy to learn that Thumper Pocket Edition is coming to iOS.
Have you tried it in VR?
No, we
'Cause
should
that's
do
something-
that.
I have the demo for
The
it.
fuck is a Thumper?
Thumper is a
Thumper's
game.
the best roller coaster ride to hell.
I do. I think I'm gonna try it in VR. I don't know. I never got like fully immersed in that game. It's a rhythm game. That's really, I don't know.
It's like a F-Zero twisted
like a gothic
rhythm game.
It's like a gothic.
You're
like,
this
horror
weird
game.
bug like silver.
Look like a
vehicle
beetle almost.
on
Like-
like
You know what it looks
on
like?
a
It
single
looks
Hot Wheels track.
I'm binging it right now.
And
Okay.
My man, getting those points.
I don't think I have my
If
account link to it. Anyway, okay. I've never seen this before.
if H.R. Geiger wanted to make
it's Giger?
you fucking please.
if H.R. Giger wanted to make a rhythm game, I think this is like if you handed him Guitar Hero, he would go.
It's weird.
Actually, how about Beatles?
It's weird because like the song that was in the demo, I don't know if the rest of the game is like this, but it's not really a song.
None of them are, and that's
what
I
I
think
mean?
my problem. They're all like really
just-
complex time
It's just
signatures.
it's just
and,
weird, like just tribal percussions.
This game looks really cool.
Like that's all
Yeah.
it is. I'm like, how am I
it's
supposed to know?
kind of like cool and rhythmic, but
Yeah.
it I don't know. I needed a little more melody to it.
It's like almost a Tool music video.
It is very much a I
gonna
think
have
if
to
you
play
like
this.
Tool,
This
if
looks
you like
cool.
weird fucked up time signatures and like discordant percussion,
Hey.
this is a game for you.
all right.
Yeah, I
No, I played the first world. Now, I have acquired it myself. I played through the first world. I like that game a lot. Just I didn't have time.
What
for
are you playing it on?
PS4.
Okay.
Yeah, like when I was at the menu for the VR thing, like everything's just like white, and you're just like docile, just standing there, and I'm like looking behind me, and I can see like the rest of the tunnel.
That's
and I'm
cool.
like, it's like a roller coaster. It's
That's cool.
weird. And
it's I do want to try it in VR. I heard it's pretty dope.
We might have to get a puke bucket if we try it out.
Speaking of puke buckets, I stopped playing Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, but Yoko Taro, director of NieR Automata, played it and had some thoughts. There's a really cool article on Gama Sutra. I thought it was kind of fun, but
I agree with him.
yeah. Yoko Taro says, in regards to Pocket Camp, I was kind of sad because there are fewer things you can do in the mobile app compared to the 3DS version. The fact that you have less freedom makes the ditch forest seem even darker. Let's take, for example, what the monsters eat. The rabbit seems to be of the normal herbivorous variety. Herbivore? But can be seen in this game grilling and eating fish. Also in this game, pigs and cows enjoy barbecue. But you can't see what they're grilling. What's going on in this ecosystem? When you run out of things to eat, do you resort to cannibalism? Is there so much difference in the intelligence of birds and fish? If you walk on two legs and talk, does that mean you won't be hunted? Is the value of your life determined by your intelligence? There are so many interesting themes hidden in this game. Also, I want to say something about the unreasonable shopping. You need to predict what those monsters want. I love that he calls them monsters. It's my favorite thing. Like an Esper, and give those things to them to get your big reward. What is this a metaphor for? Why do you have to collect things that are right next to the monsters to make them happy, like a slave? I guess this represents the divisions between people and class society. I haven't put any furniture or anything in my camp except a kerosene tank. I started this game to get revenge on that raccoon, but now I have a different purpose. I enjoy playing this game. I'll enjoy playing this game until I burn that dark forest down.
Someone needs to talk to the therapist.
I love it. I love it so much.
No, but you were talking about the eat part. And
Yeah.
I was thinking about that game, the mobile game, and you just eat. You texted it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just called Eat.
Oh, eat.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Eat. Sorry. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah.
And right at the beginning, I didn't read the first part, but I guess it starts off. I played the 3DS Animal Crossing, and you know the raccoon who makes you get a mortgage without agreeing to it.
That's true.
I wanted to get revenge on him in the mobile version, and then it continues with everything else.
No, but basically, I agree with him in the sense of like, I think this game needs to be a little deeper for it to be more sentimental.
You know what though? There's a guy that I work with who every time I see him, he's playing this game, and he does not play video games at all.
It's not the worst thing ever.
That's not my point.
Yeah.
This dude does not play video games, has not touched video games in years, but is so about this. And if this is that one little bit where he's hooked on this and he's like, man, I want more of this, and he's got a girlfriend with a kid, it's the right kind of combination of things where he might end up buying a Switch. I'm not saying he will or he won't, but like that's exactly what they want. They don't want me or you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They want
we talked
him.
about it.
They want the lapsed gamer. They want
that's who he's
the.
gonna play it.
It's a gateway.
Because even if Nintendo had made like a balls deep Animal Crossing game,
Well, then no one's gonna buy it on Switch. I mean, they will, but
not just that, but we'll still criticize it to the point it's like, well, it's not like
I know,
fucking, you know. So
Yeah,
I
we'll
would
never
I
be
would have had
happy.
it to where you can connect it.
I do too.
Take your character items and exclusive stuff. Maybe.
Well, stay tuned. I mean, that can still easily happen.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, they can always update it. Yeah.
Or they could also start working with different partners, like they're planning on doing. Nintendo executives. Basically, they've been working with DNA as their mobile partner.
Well, they bought them, right?
They bought a significant stake, 10% stake in the company back in 2015 when they announced that partnership. They were meant to produce 5 smartphone games with DNA by March of this year. And Animal Crossing just came out last month, making 4. So you had Miitomo,
Pokemon Go.
Mario. Didn't
Pokemon's
count.
separate.
Yeah, that was all Niantic.
It's
through
weird.
The Pokemon Company.
Yeah, Pokemon's
Oh, that wasn't
own
DNA?
company.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No, that was Niantic.
Oh shit.
This was Miitomo, Mario, Fire Emblem Heroes, and now Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah.
So what would the 5th one be? Better be WarioWare.
Dude, that makes so much
Oh my god, if it was Warwick, come on, don't get me excited,
I
man.
know. So the rumor is that Gung Ho Online may be one of their mobile partners. They made Puzzle and Dragons, which is huge.
yeah.
I can see that making sense.
Like Korea or
because
something. It's like
they had that
aliens.
that double pack. On
Right.
The Mario and
Gung Ho is also apparently producing titles for the Switch, so fingers crossed that Let It Die comes to Switch, because I will be fucking...
Wait, Let It Die is
the game you need to play.
PS4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
Free one.
have to, yes.
Yeah, I do have to
Grasshopper
play it.
manufacturing.
I'm serious.
I do have to play
That's
it.
a Ben game.
Isn't that game always online though?
Yes.
Wait, do I need PS Plus?
Time will tell.
Okay.
I think you have it anyway.
I don't have PS Plus.
I don't know.
Because I stopped playing PS4. It's like,
I'm thinking more about the Switch, but
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh.
Take-Two announced a new indie label.
Matt is almost doing the Skate 3.
Almost, yeah.
Oh, never mind. I thought this is. Never mind. Nope. Wrong story.
Yep.
Something totally different.
This is
yeah.
Private Division is the name of the label. So they're a developer-focused publisher that empowers independent studios to develop the games that they are passionate about creating while providing the support they need to make their titles critically and commercially successful on a global scale.
Whatever that means.
Boring PR speak. Anyway, they are now the publisher of Kerbal Space Program. Upcoming games by Obsidian. That's exciting. Assassin's Creed creator Patrice Desilets.
Yeah.
Yep. What else? There's a sci-fi first-person shooter from V1 Interactive, a studio founded by Halo co-creator Marcus Leto.
Okay.
Michael Warrose, Senior VP and Head of Independent Publishing at Take-Two, says, "We've spent more than 2 years laying the groundwork for Private Division, building an experienced publishing team and signing projects with some of the most respected and talented creative leaders in our industry. We see a growing number of independent studios in our industry creating high-quality games based on new IP, and our focus is supporting these types of developers and projects and ultimately bringing incredible experiences to gamers around the world." Seems pretty dope.
Isn't that everyone's goal? I mean, is there anyone that's gonna be like, yeah, we want to make the shittiest game, work with the shittiest people?
I know, but I think what's really cool is
I just think it's true.
We've talked a little bit here in the last year, definitely, about where the middle kind of disappeared and the indies kind of rose up, but now we have these indie publishers that are getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, the middle's kind of
Devolver.
back.
Yeah, the middle's coming back by Devolver,
Who
Adult
knows what
Swim.
Yacht Club would even do?
Yeah, right. Like
They could put people under their wing.
exactly, and they already have. Like they started publishing certain things.
Yeah.
Like, I even asked, what was it the other day? There was a company. I'm like, are they AAA?
Right.
Like-
I thought you were asking about Square.
I think you were.
I think so. Yeah.
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 I was like, we would like them to be, but
I don't know.
even
Maybe I was just having a dumb moment, but I don't know. Because
I don't know,
when I think AAA now, everybody EA like that's like EA, Ubisoft,
Yeah.
Activision. I
Activision.
consider Square AAA.
Yeah. Oh, I'm fine with that.
They
but
are.
I'm
it's just
curious.
I was just joking. Just some
Yeah.
of the
Some
things they
quality
put
doesn't
out.
come out.
Mm.
I mean, but every AAA company has junkers.
I think that's the irony here is that like AAA isn't really top quality.
Yeah.
It's
It's
kind
more
of
of the size.
most of them have like a same style tool
Yeah.
because like they have to play things safe for legal reasons.
Right,
and,
right.
You know, indie games don't care. That's why you have Tormentor, X Punisher.
It's true.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think that's a good thing. Take
Variety's
Two's
good.
been doing all right. I think
I guess I don't really.
GTA money is helping us
Mhm.
fund indie games. so-
NBA money.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
That game always sells.
So this was a fun story. This was a story that made me real happy. Man at Buppa_Stone
Yes.
tweeted, "My daughter just introduced her boyfriend to us.
Oh yeah.
I love this so much.
This punk says he wants to take me on in Guilty Gear, so I'm going to teach him a lesson. I'm hiding out in the bathroom right now, but I'm totally going to show him what's what. Oh, and gamers like him who use the character Slayer are shits, so I'm not going to let him get away with that."
Do you know why this started?
No.
It was because he didn't really approve of him to begin with, but I think he had insecurities of like her not needing him as like, you know, just like
Right.
Not so he felt insecure as like a father to like he's not a man that his daughter can rely on because now she has his boyfriend.
Oh.
So I think he was like insecurities were coming out, and that
that's-
turned into a let's fight.
Yep.
because
It's a sad turn of events.
like they're both gamers. They both
Yeah.
play Guilty Gear and stuff. That's one of the few games they agree on that they play. So he challenged them.
So, and they played specifically Guilty Gear Xrd 2,
All right, most recent.
Rev 2, sorry. And about a half hour after he tweeted the first stuff, he says, "Let the holy war begin." And then
I love that.
they played first to 10 wins, and he tweeted 10-6, "It's over, we're done here." Follow-up tweet, "I've been playing Guilty Gear since the first game in the series. No way I was going to get beat by a junior high school kid. I've defeated him. He's not fit to be my daughter's boyfriend. By the way, no one made anything for me to eat. I got kicked out of the house, so I'll go buy some cigarettes and rice balls.
That's what you gotta do.
I'm the worst in my family at Guilty Gear Xrd R2, and this wet behind the ears kid can't even beat me. He shouldn't be allowed in our house. They finally let me back in, but there's still no dinner for me."
Oh man. Good for him though.
I know.
Yeah.
Pretty
Standing
good.
his ground.
Yeah, I like that.
That's some punk in, man. Fuck out of here.
I like that.
That's awesome. If I ever had a daughter, I would probably do the same thing.
I would just do a real fight.
Shirts off. Meet me in the backyard.
It wouldn't even be that. They go to shake my hand. I just punch his teeth in.
Shank him right at the doorstep.
If you can't block it, you're not good.
Yeah, you're not worthy. If you don't get back up, you
It's
stay
right
down.
on a rhyme. If you can't block it, you can't cock at it. The new Adventure Tame. The new Adventure Time game coming in 2018. I thought this was interesting.
Is it going to be good?
It's an open world pirate game. Think like,
Define pirate when
Like
in terms
Black-
of Adventure Time.
like Black Flag, Sea of Thieves.
Like
Oh, so you're not talking like a Somalian pirates.
so this is like a no like
the captain.
Yeah.
like this is a pirate themed Adventure Time game.
It's a 3D open world game where you are
Just on a boat.
exploring, recruiting, and fighting around the world.
Fighting around the world.
So like Sid Meier's Pirate.
Yes.
Yeah, that game's
Um, there's no.
It's like Russell Crowe's fighting around.
There's some screenshots, but no. What's it called? Oh shit. Screenshots, but no video yet. But I mean, it looks
Well, it looks like an Adventure Time game.
like an Adventure Time
Yeah.
game, which is cool.
Oh, that one image was
Who's
from
developing
the
it?
game.
So Climax is developing it, and this was the part I found most peculiar. I pulled them up the other day. They are a British video game developer. Did you see what they've made?
Mm-mm.
All right, I'm gonna give you their little background real quick. They started back in the late 90s, or they formed in 88. In the late 90s, they ported Warcraft 2 and its expansion pack to the PlayStation and Sega Saturn. And then they did the PlayStation port of Diablo. They did a recreation of the game Theme Park World / Sim Theme Park for PlayStation. They then started working on Warhammer Online, but Games Workshop shut that down. They made Sudeki, an action RPG.
I know that one.
This is where, so remember, they're about to make an Adventure Time game. Here's what they've done from 2006 through 2013-ish. Silent Hill Origins, Silent Hill, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they did a lot of Silent Hill games.
Okay.
Did they do the one for the Wii? I think it's
Shattered Memories.
That was actually
They
pretty good.
did Overlord. They did Shattered Memories.
Okay.
Shattered
Memories is pretty cool.
I gotta play that because I have it.
Yeah.
I just played it once and I was like, "This is dope," and I just forgot about it.
Yeah, like your decisions affect that game.
And it's like a clock tower type. Like you can't really fight back. Like you're constantly being chased.
You have to keep running.
Yeah,
So they've done a lot of port work and stuff like that. But yeah,
it's interesting.
that's them.
Seems like a decent background.
Yeah, I'm like looking through their
Yeah,
whole.
I was expecting like hot shit, like just terrible games, like the way you were presenting.
No, I
it.
mean a lot of it's like licensed stuff. You know, like they did
Spice World.
They did Nicktoons stuff. They did
Okay.
whatever, the Ghost Rider PS2 game.
So it's
based
just
on the
just
movie
a lot
with
of
Nick
like,
Cage.
just work with a lot of franchises.
Yeah.
It seems not really
Okay.
much of their own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most recently known for Assassin's Creed Chronicles. Those 2D,
Oh yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Funny story about what was it on DS?
Which one?
The Assassin's Creed Chronicle games.
Those were actually PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Oh really?
I think there's
What am
one
I
that's
thinking?
top down on DS.
Yeah.
There was maybe. I
I
don't know.
don't know.
Yeah.
But I was dating this girl at the time, and she sucked, and she bought it for me for Christmas. And I was with her. I was like, I'm taking this back. So I went to GameStop and bought Doom 3 with the trade-in credit.
Was it the
She sucked, so I didn't really care. It was high school.
Oh,
So like,
was it the BFG edition?
yeah, yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Last but not least, Square Enix CEO Yosuke Matsuda says microtransactions are better suited for mobile games than console games. Thank fucking God.
Is Square Enix going to be the dope developer? Because they're having Square or Final Fantasy Fest now.
Yeah,
You heard about
I mean they've revived themselves quite a
Yeah.
bit, I think.
When you say Final Fantasy Fest, it's not just 15.
But in the trailer that
Wait.
they had for it, they're
Oh, they
all
have
playing
Do
on
they make
PC.
other Final Fantasy games? I thought Final Fantasy 15, they just did that one and only that one. Have they made more of those in the past?
Well, he certainly worked on that one for long enough.
Yeah, I know.
No, I didn't know there was like a trailer and stuff. I
Yeah.
just know that game has been like the forefront of everything.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think it's more aimed towards Final Fantasy 14.
Okay.
I don't know though. It's in Vegas. It
Not
looked cool.
But anyway, yeah, in the wake of all things that EA's done super great this year, I think it's refreshing to hear a big publisher say like,
I noticed there's been a lot of that going on.
yeah,
A lot of people using that to their advantage with advertising for their games. Like, we care
Bethesda.
about the single player experience.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
like, it's-
yeah.
I mean, it's
well,
good, but at the same time,
I mean, they're going to lean into it and use the marketing where they can, but I don't know. I think that's a good trend. I don't know where that.
it gives you hope.
Yeah.
A little bit of hope.
If that means I got to do like Final Fantasy Brave Exvius in order to, I dump money into the mobile thing. By the way, I'm pissed about that. Really upset. Legit, I forgot to mention that. Another
What?
thing I tried to play this week. So
Oh.
Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, the mobile game, the one
Uh-huh.
that I was playing
Yes.
earlier this year.
The one
Yeah.
that's Ariana Grande.
Right. So remember I had my Ariana Grande,
And they were adding NieR.
and I had some stuff from NieR. So when I got my new phone, I didn't bring over my thing.
Oh.
But I was like, whatever. Like it's on the server or something, and whatever. Let me sign back in. You have to sign into Facebook to save your progress. So
Oh, okay.
All that's
Well,
gone.
there's
That sucks.
And there's no other way to save progress. I looked.
That's weird because Square has like their own like
Yeah.
I
thing
know.
to like Uplay and Origin.
The
Like,
only thing I could have done, I guess potentially, is made a backup of my old phone and then restored that backup to this new phone. But I'd set up this phone as new and just let everything sync over
Move
through
on.
iCloud. Yeah, I did. I because I re-downloaded the app because this weekend they're doing. Cloud got added to the game.
he wasn't in the game yet.
No, apparently
Wow.
not. He got added, and they were doing like a holiday thing where you get like cool Christmas things. But
Right on.
fucking deleted it because I booted up and it put me right back to the tutorial, and I was like, "Oh, all right, bye."
Later, Gator.
Anyway, I like video games.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Well, that's gonna do it for us for episode 228. We are off to record our Game of the Year stuff.
Oh, we are?
So yeah, I think so. So you can look for that in about a week's time. Remember, you can still vote for your Game of the Year. Freecheese.com. Look for our Reader's Choice article. Should be pinned somewhere on the front page. You can go there and do that. What's the other thing? I don't know. Yeah, come back. Stay tuned for Game of the Year. We'll have all those results next week. Should be exciting. We'll have some video content as well for you to look out for.
I need to start joining in on that. The Let's Plays y'all do.
I got good news for you. Tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah. Well, we also always record on nights you have band practice because we're
Yeah.
dumb. But yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out. Remember, you can follow us all on Twitter. You can follow the Free Cheese at Some Free Cheese. Follow Mark at @og_mental. Matt is at MattyIce131. Ben is at SevBenz. I am at the Free Cheese. I think that's everything. Freecheese.com. All those things are out there. I've been doing a thing where I try and I use discipline. I try and write a little bit. So I've been writing some articles again. Look at that.
I did like that Xbox one. You're
Thanks, homie.
that was the
That was good.
took me back.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew.
God, yeah.
Drink. I do love that line.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Thanks. Cool. Well, we will see you. We're going to go scream each other for a few hours. So we will see you on the other side.
If we make it.
If we make it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, listener, for listening. See you next time.